Okay, I call a special meeting of the Grabill Town Council to order on this August 25th, 2025. Our agenda is to consider the pay applications for community crossing grants. Todd?
Yes, so as discussed, this would be to close out the West Street and Illinois Street project, which is the CCMG 2023-2, to be able to be eligible to apply for the next community crossings grant. So, so right now we have contractor submitting pay application number 8, which, and I've got signature pages here. So pay application number 8 would be in the amount of $193,927.20. We need a motion for that.
I make a motion, we go ahead and pay out $193,927.20.
Second.
Gary?
Sugar one eye.
Oh, geez. Okay, and then the next would be pay application number 9, which is retainage release, in the amount of $65,113.08.
Did you say that was number 9?
Yes, number 9.
I make a motion, we go ahead and pay the balance to finish plus retainage for $65,113,008.
Second that. $113.
113.
Carried. You've had your final walkthrough and checkpoints and all that?
Technically, no, but with them still being on site with First Street, everything else, we can do all of that as one punch list. So, and that'll want you guys involved as well for that walkthrough. So, and then finally, well, not finally yet. Next would be the final change order, which reduces the contract amount. With everything that we went through on that, we were still under contract amount, which is great. So we've got a final change order in the amount of a deduction of $35,325.31. So that's just a motion to sign the final change order, reducing the contract amount.
You need a motion for that?
Yes.
Okay, I make a motion, for the change order for $35,000,
$325.31.
$325.30.
It's on the next page.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'll second that change order and show us a decrease.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I second that then.
Oh, carried, yeah. Thank you.
And then finally, approval, you don't need a motion, but we would sign the closeout letter for NDOT and submit all the documents to NDOT by the end of this week.
Mhm.
So, talk to Brooks, they're gonna be able to cash the check, real quick. We'll get, all the checks cashed or all the closeout canceled checks together and all the documents needed to NDOT by the end of the week. So,
What ends up to be our percentage of the total cost?
I can figure that out based on when we go through the payout, because we had a little bit of water. Basically, town cost on the project. So based on the amount of money that was spent on the project itself, 25% of that would be, your portion is $318,815.42.
40.
2 cents. 43.
Okay.
Which
Is that about what we budgeted for that project?
Say it again.
Was that about what we budgeted?
I didn't hear you talk. What was the amount?
So, based on the bid price, so here's what I'm figuring. The bid price, your match was $323,781.75, and then your match based on the final quantities, $318,815.43. So difference of $4,966.32. Under. To get that extra cash. Do some more roads.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, that's all I got, but like I said, I got signature pages here. We can sign afterwards.
Okay, very good. And you have a couple ordinances here, we need to do that today also.
Yes. At least the backflow prevention, to get sent back over to IDEM.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make enough copies. But this is an ordinance of the town council to provide a program to protect the public water system from contamination due to backflow of contaminants through the public water services connection into the public water system.
Mm-hmm.
This was introduced several months ago,
Yeah.
but we did not follow up with that. So we just need to officially approve it
Mhm.
and
Can we officially approve that if we have to, after the second reading, ask for public comment? In a special meeting?
it's supposed, I mean, the special meeting functions just as a normal meeting.
Has
Okay.
it been posted to the
Mhm.
public for?
48 hours.
You want me to read that in my title? All right, this is ordinance number 2025-5, an ordinance of the town council of the town of Grabill, Indiana, to provide a program for protecting the public water system from contamination due to backflow of contaminants through the water service connection into the public water system. Do I have a motion to accept the first reading of the ordinance?
I
make a motion, we accept the first reading for ordinance number 2025-5.
Second.
Carried.
Second reading of ordinance number 2025-5, an ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Grabill, Indiana, to provide a program for protecting the public water system from contamination due to backflow of contaminants through the water service connection into the public water system. Do I have a motion to accept the second reading of the ordinance?
Do we have, in the audience has a,
I'll ask for after the second reading,
Okay.
and I'll ask that prior to
Okay.
third.
all right, I make a motion, we accept the second reading, ordinance number 2025-5.
In favor?
Second? Yes.
Okay, at this time, I will ask for any comment or input from any public that is here at the meeting. If there is no further discussion, then I will move to read in the final and third reading of ordinance number 2025-5, an ordinance of the Town Council of the Town of Grabill, Indiana, to provide a program for protecting the public water system from contamination due to backflow of contaminants through the water service connection into the public water system. Do I have a motion to accept the third and final reading?
I make a motion, we accept the third and final reading of ordinance number 2025-5.
Carried.
Second.
Okay. And I thought Zach was gonna be present with us tonight to do 2025-6, the ordinance to install those additional stop signs at Sawmill Drive and Iker, as well as First Street in Indiana, per the corrections that he was to make at the last council meeting, but I do not have a revised version of that, so we're gonna table that until the September 3rd.
Do you know if those signs have at least been ordered?
I do not know.
Okay, I'm a little concerned because there's a yield sign on one side of the road and no signage at all
They
going
haven't gotten
west.
back. They're supposed to replace that post, and they haven't gotten back to it yet.
Yeah,
But I will bump
there's
them that it needs
nothing
done.
there at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they were supposed to come back and do that, but I will bump them again on that.
You alright if I sign over your second signature? Since you signed it twice? Can I just cross that
Let
out?
me just scratch him out.
Scratch me off.
I thought
I just like to, I like to have two copies, cause you know.
Kind of a day. Okay.
Thank you.
These other items that can be discussed today?
They don't need to be discussed tonight. I didn't know if there was any particular budget items that either of you thought over the weekend that you wanted to add. And I had showed proofs to Wilmer and Claude for updated banners to go
Mhm.
through downtown, and new ones be added through Main Street, because I feel like it stops at a certain point, and so I had the company I'm working with make a couple extra proofs, and I'm also asking her to make a banner that's gonna mirror our town logo, so it's gonna be that paler yellow with the black train, and then I'm asking her to put in our burgundy font at the bottom, the little town that could and still can, instead of having, there was the proofs that they had initially sent me, which I don't think looked terrible, as is, but I do think the blue is definitely, this was the original one that they had sent me, and I think it's really fresh and and clean, but like I said, I just trying to give as many options as possible, see what we all decide on, but they didn't get me the yellow version before the meeting yet, so.
Yellow's gonna fade off fairly quick, don't you think?
Yeah, yellow.
And I think you get a whole bunch of stuff on there, a whole bunch of writing, you're gonna blow right by it.
Mhm. But that looks,
Just welcome to Grabill. I think it's clean and right to the point too, so.
Because in a case like that, depending on how long they last, should we decide in another 3 or 4 years, if those are still in good shape, to change the logo for any reason, or the lettering starts to fade, at least that's big font, and there's not a whole bunch of little letters that are gonna show any wear or tear or fading.
Agreed.
That's me at least, I think
Yeah,
simple, less lettering,
yeah,
just something simple, I mean,
and I like that color.
the attitude.
That's more of a pop.
mm-hmm,
Alright. Other than that, that's all I have.
Real quick, I'm gonna send you those photos then, I got them, I just haven't sent them to you, of the stuff that needs picked up outside of Grabill.
Oh,
That needs to be gone like ASAP, especially before the fair,
yeah,
and they're gonna have to throw down some seed and some straw on that too, cause I guarantee you it's gonna be dead. That's right outside of town, those big bags.
Oh, okay.
is that the trail portion or?
I believe, yes, cause it's the sidewalk, it's the decorative concrete
Okay.
and everything,
Oh, yikes.
and that's all
That's
their
just
pour
harsh.
out.
I don't know.
That
They're gonna
grass,
have fun
that
getting
grass
that up.
already gone.
They're gonna have fun lifting that up.
They're
putting
gonna
the
need,
truck
they're
on
not
it.
gonna pick it up,
No,
they're
they're
gonna need
not.
to have a bobcat or something come out.
Something heavy duty, yeah. We like to, that's a price from Ben Davis Ford for a Super Duty Ford pickup truck, 3/4 ton. I would say it's a little bit heavier duty than what maybe I was thinking about originally. But it's a 20-year life vehicle, we better have a heavy duty one, cause we don't know what's gonna come up in the next.
Yeah, it's got, it's, Jeff, it's got the tow thing, that if you put a blade on the front, it's equipped for it, it's got 2 battery systems for that. All around it's really it's a 250 heavy duty. I mean, it's a little stiff, but we need something a little stiff for him to drive. Or he'll mess it up.
You think that'll make a difference?
Well, we're hoping anyways.
So if I could get council approval on that, I'd call him and see when we can get it. And the discount, there is a municipal discount. That's,
Is it already applied
It's
to that
already
bottom
applied.
column? Yeah.
That 49.9.
yeah.
Yeah, we need a truck. We've been squeaking by and
With
And,
more,
and they got it in stock, I mean, it's, you know, it's a white one, 2-seater, you know, just a service truck. And,
when we took it out and drove it, thought it was good.
Claude drove it, couldn't reach pedals.
Yep.
Guess who's not picking it up?
No.
well, that should help with our efficiency as well. We should be able to say that there should be a lot getting done.
Yep.
So that'll be all pre-wired and
It's all- everything is-
good to go.
It's got that whole control panel up here, you just plug things in, you don't have to rewire nothing for emergency lights, stuff like that.
Have to put some emergency lights on it,
Yeah,
but,
And we'll have to schedule to get it lettered and everything, I assume.
I was going to look into getting the town seal decal for both either side and the rear tailgate.
Yeah, we wanna make sure it's painted on instead of,
A
where they
magnet,
can put that
the vinyl
They can
decal,
vinyl thing.
just
yeah,
not a magnet.
Not the magnet,
No, not
the
that.
magnet will rust,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
What are your thoughts on having that wired or having it done, having a light put on top of that? Rather than just throwing flashers on, having, I don't care if it's one light, just a yellow light or something that when they're pulled over to the side,
Yeah, it needs to have that emergency,
instead of just
I think so.
flashers,
Yeah.
anytime they pull
Yeah.
over, they need to flip that on.
I think we need that and put it in a toolbox, everything, get it equipped
Mhm.
the way we wanna see it, you know.
I think the first truck should probably have that too.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Cause I don't know how many times, like, I mean, if obviously it doesn't have the badging on the back either, but, I
No.
mean, it could pass as
Mhm.
just a civilian truck versus
And
municipal.
in and out of it on the streets and.
Well, and they have breaks early morning, late at night, in the winter, sometimes just flashers may not be enough, just those, I think if they had the yellow light, it'd make
I
them a
think
lot
you
more
need something on
visible.
the top,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
and I'm questioning or wondering, what kind of okay, we want a toolbox on it, but then how much do we want to allow to spend for tools before we say, whoa, budget like a couple $1,000s, $5,000 or so to get a tools and so on,
And then I also think on that mark, we should probably have an inventory done of what's currently on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 'cause we gotta have that for our insurance, yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
So, discussion, what would you like to do?
I'm okay with ordering the truck. I think it's something that we get the work done, we wanna get done on it prior to giving it to him, so we're not
Right, before
scheduling
he,
back
yeah.
and forth and back and forth.
before he gets it, we wanna get it all done first.
But I think it'd be okay to notify them that we are purchasing the vehicle, and it may be something that, to let Ryan know, Ryan may have some thoughts on
What do you want?
some stuff as well.
Okay.
Is that truck parked overnight, always in the building?
It'll have to be parked in the building, yes.
That's why I'm asking if
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna have them stick any tools in there,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to know you can't just
Mhm.
leave that sitting anywhere.
Now,
Right.
what about what, is there room for both vehicles?
I don't know.
There
It probably
is,
could be.
if they take the salt truck out and park it over to the thing, 'cause they don't use the salt truck other than mowing, he uses that to pull the trailer, but once that truck comes here, then they both need to be in there and locked up overnight.
I wanted to touch on that, because I know that the key is currently being housed in the truck in building 2. That
What
For me?
truck?
our town truck.
One of the white
The ve-
trucks?
yes.
I mean, the white truck?
Yeah, the vehicle key is kept inside the vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
inside building 2. Between you and me and the fence post, that kind of rubs me wrong a little bit, because I mean it takes just one good pop at the lock and somebody has our vehicle. I do think that, I mean, we have lock boxes here.
Well, we don't wanna put them in here, no.
No.
Keys have gotta be down there.
Because he'll be coming in and out of here, it may be early morning, it may be late at night.
He has his own lock box, is what I'm saying. Within that room in there, that the key.
But we got, the keys are in all the equipment, the mowers and the tractors, and we don't want them down here. Cause there's times I go down and get that tractor and I'll grade a couple
They'd
of
be better
hours.
off probably to put a lock box down there,
Yeah,
rather than having him
we
have
don't
to
wanna,
come in here.
we'd have to come and clear up here to get it.
Yeah, and they can stick it somewhere other than right in the middle of the wall, we can find a
Well,
really
yeah.
inconspicuous place. They can put it in a cabinet, I don't care, just somewhere where it's not, where you could look in for any reason and break in there and see it right away.
Yeah.
That way we're not worried about somebody getting in a hurry, tripping an alarm late at night, or rushing in to get something because water's broken somewhere, and muddy feet coming back and forth across here all the time if there's in a hurry. Because that will happen. But, yeah, I
understand
agree,
what you're
it
saying.
probably shouldn't be sitting in the truck itself.
Yeah, I think they should be.
We get a lockbox
down
in there.
We could put a lockbox down there someplace, you know.
And then he'll put the key to the lockbox in there, in the truck.
There you go.
So, you definitely want a couple keys to that.
Yeah.
You sound like my sister has her key to her back door right inside the cabinet. I'll go to the cabinet
My wife keeps a spare to her van in the van.
and,
We saw Clovenstein Furniture this morning,
Mhm.
8 o'clock, trying to get in that place. And Jason said, well, this is the number that goes on there. We tried. I said, Jason, it's not working. He called back about 15 minutes. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you gotta hit pound afterwards.
Anyway,
We worked.
What else we got?
Worked.
That's all I had.
now, if I call him, he's probably gonna say, when do you wanna pick it up?
The truck?
Yeah.
We can probably get it any time and put it down in the building. We can, I would say give them a week, it's fair to say, because they'll do it quicker if they're getting a new truck, to get a spot cleared out in there and everything else, and then we can pick that up. We can take it there and tell them, you're not driving this thing around out and about
Well, if we keep the keys.
until we get the, right, until we get the work done. And that's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah,
When it's dropped
Okay.
off, we'll hold the key until we can take it out there and get everything done to it. Especially the lettering, we don't want them driving around without the lettering.
Yeah.
yeah,
We'll just see how quickly we can coordinate the lighting, safety lights,
Yeah,
the
whatever.
lettering.
I'd say whatever she can get the check for it, why that's, you know, you have, you know, she can tell you that, and you can tell them when to go.
Does that come with a bed line or anything?
That's a nice bed liner, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Truck had that nice one in it.
My truck does.
Is it
You
the
don't
hard-
crawl around on your knees on it.
Hardened or is it a sprayed on or?
It's sprayed on, I
Yeah.
think.
Rough.
It's a little finer than what, mine's real ribby
Yeah.
compared to that one.
So, may I have a motion?
Well, I would make a motion then that we, contact a dealer and purchase a new town vehicle.
I'll second that.
Motion carried. I will call up there and tell him as such and ask him what we need to do to have the town.
Like a formal purchasing order.
Names and all of that stuff.
Right, and what they need from us for
Tax exempt, et
tax
cetera.
exempt, so.
Yeah, I think, well, because he looked up our tax number, he couldn't find it, so.
So we'll have to have that.
um,
Okay, very good.
And then we'll verify insurance then before we pick it up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
All right.
any other business from comments from the floor?
I have none.
I'm good.
Okay. Meeting adjourned.
Do we need to
Except for-
sign this?
Except for
Change order.
signing the good stuff.